What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mumbling Thoughts. We're we're slowly picking up the pace, which is pretty good. And happy 4th, but happy 6th, I guess. When I'm posting this, yeah, it'll probably be on the 6th, but I don't know. I wasn't really going to post a video today because I was just hella tired because I got home at like 4 a.m. in the morning and I got like 5 hours of sleep because I had to wake up for work. And that shit was just not fun. But there's something I really want to talk about today. And I guess we're really going back I guess we're really coming back to our roots because last two episodes were about relationships and this one is going to be about relationships again too. And that's because a lot of things, I guess, can happen within the span of a few days if two people are being real with each other, and communicate. So, what happened was the girl that I was talking about last episode, which wasn't that long ago, we were talking, but it was she was real with me, She told me that she just broke up with her ex like a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and she still isn't really over him, and she's still kind of healing, which I understand. We've all been there. We've all been broken up with or been in a breakup, and we need some time to move on, distance ourselves, heal, whatever it may be. And I'm just really grateful that she was being real with me. She let me know what was going on and everything. And she's a really cool person. So right now we'll just be friends. And I don't want to really think about later on because there's no real point in talking or thinking about it too much. Whatever happens, happens. I know, like, that's a cliche, but it's true. Like, we'll just let it be. If she's, you know what, I don't even want to talk about it. But the thing is, I always stress this, and I can't stress this enough, is because the reason why I'm pretty okay is because I've done the healing. Otherwise, I probably would have let rejection lead to self-rejection. And what I mean by that is internalizing the rejection. It's normal being sad, and it's one thing being sad, but it's another thing when that sadness from the rejection can lead to like negative self-talk, self-doubt, or questioning your own worth. And that's because you internalize the rejection. You view the rejection as a reflection of your self-worth. So you think, because this person rejected me, then I'm worthless, or I'm not worth much because they rejected me, you know. But you know what? I'll hold off on the but. Let me like focus on a few other things. Another thing is you'll start having low self-esteem, and what I mean by that is you'll think that you'll think they rejected me. I'm trying to stop saying oh or but or like, so just stay with me. You're going to think, since they rejected you, then you're not worth much. And because you think you're not worth much, you're going to have a low self esteem. You're gonna say, I'm not worth much, nobody likes me. You're gonna just keep continuing on and on and on this negative self talk. And we don't want that. And we don't want that because there's emotional consequences. You're going to just be sad. You're going to go through this feedback loop of hell. I forgot who or where I got it from. I think it might have been thinking thinking fast and slow. I think that's the book. The feedback loop of hell, where you think one thing, like you think you're sad, then you're like, fuck, why am I feeling sad? Then you feel more sad about being sad. And it just keeps going back and back and back. And it's kind of similar here, where you just continuously talk yourself talk to yourself negatively. And you say, I'm shit, I'm worthless, they rejected me, I'm not likable, blah 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 blah, and it goes on and on and on. And we can use me as an example. I could have easily been like, I said like, but whatever. I could have easily said, oh, she rejected me, I'm shit, I'm worthless. She doesn't like me, nobody's going to like me. I'm gonna be single forever. I'm never gonna find love. You know, there's a million things I could have said. But I've done the healing. I know my worth. And the thing is, you're able to overcome this, and you overcome this self rejection by doing the healing. And I always say this, being aware is already one of the biggest steps you can take to being aware. Like, I don't even know what being aware is a key to being aware. No, being aware is the key to basically solving all your problems, like emotional problems. Just being aware of them, being aware of your emotions, why you're feeling them, what's happening. That because once you're aware, you're able to do something about it. A lot of people, they just don't know. They just don't give it thought. They don't think about it. They try to distract themselves with another relationship, another fling, smoking weed, drinking, whatever. They distract themselves and they aren't able to really prioritize or focus on their emotions, and they can't process it. If they can't process it, then they can't do anything about it. So be aware, and one thing, the best thing to do to be aware is journaling. You're just writing down your thoughts. It's not that hard. Take like 10 minutes out of your day, whatever, 1 minute. Just quickly jot down your thoughts, and it's there. You're aware, and you're like, oh, I'm feeling this way. And then you'll start, oh, why am I feeling this way? And then you'll start digging deep, solving all these issues that you have. You know, another thing is you want to reframe the rejection. It's normal going through rejection. It's normal part of life. You get rejected from schools, you get rejected like by job applications, sales, funds, or you get rejected for credit cards, whatever. Rejection is a normal part of life. So just normalize it. This is just any sort of rejection. It's just like any other rejection, you know? And you want to think in a growth mindset, and this rejection will lead to growth. You know, you want to get those reps in, you want to grow. At least you tried. The worst is not trying and regretting what it could have been. That's one of the biggest regrets, and you don't want that regret. So be glad you did it. Be glad you got rejected, because that led to self-growth. Self-growth. And another thing, like similar or related to self-growth is knowing your self-worth. And you understand your own worth by healing from everything else. Knowing what you're worth. That's basically self-worth. Knowing what you're worth. Knowing that you're worth something. And I know it's hard because you might have traumas and you think you're worthless. But let me tell you, if you're not a shitbag, like doing some crazy stuff, you're worth it. And I know it sounds cringe and people keep saying this, you're worth it, blah blah blah. Honestly, I don't even know if I believe that, because it's hard. It's hard telling yourself something that you just can't believe. But slowly, you'll learn that you are worth it. And you know your self-worth by doing things you love. You know, being the person you want to be, backing up your word. All of these things that you do, you slowly build up self-esteem, and then you have something called self-worth. And no matter what happens, you'll be okay because you know your own worth. And even if other people reject you, talk shit about you, whatever, you don't give a fuck because their opinions don't really matter to you because you know your worth. And lastly, go seek some help, whether it be friends, a therapist, whatever. Just talk to them. You'll be able to vent. And I feel like all of these things why these things work, like therapy, talking to someone, it's because you're expressing it, you're thinking through it, you're processing it. And that's all it needs: awareness and process. And if you have those two things, you'll be on the right track, on the right path, on the right track, whatever. You'll be on the right path to healing, self-worth, knowing your worth, and nothing will be able to stop you. And for me, it's unfortunate. It's a little sad because I don't know. She was a really cool person, but it is what it is, you feel me? Like, what can we do? Life just moves on and it waits for no one. And I'm definitely not gonna wait for anyone because now I know my worth. I'm not gonna get attached to someone that's unavailable at the moment. I know a lot of you get attached to unavailable people, and that's because, let me think, I need to think back. This has been so long. That's because of your attachment style. And there's anxiously attached. You, my friend, are anxiously attached. If you're attached, or if you start liking someone because they're emotionally unavailable. And we have a video on attachment styles if you want to go watch that, but I'll go over it briefly. Basically, if you're anxiously attached, attachment styles, they stem from your childhood. And you are anxiously attached because maybe when your parents leave or do something, you, like, the test was they left the babies in a room and with their parents or with their mothers or caregivers. When the mother left and the baby cried, no, when the mother leaves, if the baby cries and when she comes back, they stop crying, that's an anxiously attached baby. If that makes sense. I think I'm butchering it. It's been so long since I've talked about this. I should know this, but basically, if you're anxiously attached, all you gotta know is you are attracted to people who are emotionally unavailable, and it stems from your childhood. So how you fix that? One, be aware. Know that you are anxiously attached. How you heal from that? Watch the video on attachment styles. I forgot how you do that. But all I want to say is, if you do the journaling, if you're self-aware, if you process your emotions, you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And I feel like this is kind of like my own therapy. I really didn't want to make a video today because I was so tired. This happened, but it was just, I felt like it's something I had to talk about or I had to get out of my mind. So here we are, and I'm really grateful that I have this because I can just talk, let my thoughts out, and I hope you guys are able to view this the same way. Really let your thoughts out and try to understand them, try to process them, try to understand what's going on. That's really all you really need, and that's all I'm trying to tell you, because once you are able to do that, nothing will stop you, because you're able to process your emotions, your thoughts, and dig deep, understand what's really going on. And that is emotional intelligence, EQ, my friends. And that's all I had for this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and if you are on Spotify, drop a rating, drop a follow. Give me 5 stars, please. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Or, I don't even know why I say episode. It's not really a podcast anymore. Maybe it is, but I'll see you in the next video. Peace.